Hi everyone, it's Debbie Mirza, the author of The Covert Passive Aggressive Narcissist. Today I want to do this video really as a response to a comment I received on another one of my YouTube videos from a lovely woman who's going through a lot, as I'm sure you are as well. And I share this because I know there's so many other people out there dealing with what she was asking about. And she was asking about a couple things, but one thing was, how long does it take for you to heal, for you to get over these relationships and get yourself back, or maybe connect with yourself for the first time, if you've been a child of a covert narcissist or been in a really long relationship. And one thing she mentioned is she has some older children that are having a hard time with her healing and don't think she is, and why can't she get over it, and why doesn't she just heal already. And I want to speak to both of those things because this can happen a lot, especially if you're getting out of a marriage and you have kids or older. They can be cruel because one thing is they're hearing things from the narcissistic parent in very covert style, very subtle style, that devaluing things about you. So they don't have a clear picture of you. And they also, there's no way, unless you've been through this, that you could ever understand. And there's no way your kids can understand what you've gone through. There's absolutely no way. And they're going through their own stuff, and they're lashing out, and they're responding to their own triggers, and they've got their own issues going on. So it's helpful when you are healing to just recognize and hang on to the truth that someday they will see. I promise you that. It may not be for a while. It may take years. It may take more life experience on their part for their eyes to open. It may take, becoming an adult and seeing the covert narcissist parent very differently. But it will happen. They will see. But I know that it's such a difficult thing to be dealing with your own confusion and healing, and also having your kids say stuff to you that is really cruel, and not okay. And the other thing is, because you've been with someone that devalued you for so many years, you've become accustomed to that, and your kids have become accustomed to that treatment of you. And as you get stronger, you will notice your relationship with your children will change, and you may have to get more firm with them than maybe you were before. People who tend to get with covert narcissists are oftentimes very laid back, free-flowing type of people and easygoing parents. And when you're going through the healing part, if your kids are talking to you in a way that's not respectful, you need to, at some point, get really strong and say to them, it's not okay to talk to me like that. I will always be here for you, and if you want to tell me how you're feeling, I would love to hear it. I know this has been difficult. I'm going through a healing period that I don't understand myself. I'm sure it's confusing to you. So it's always okay for you to tell me how you're feeling, but you are not allowed to say cruel things to me, and point out specifics. What you just said the other day, that's not okay, and that can't happen again. And honestly, there's something comforting to that, and to kids about that. And there's something in it for them. Someday they're going to go through difficult things, and they're going to remember how mom or dad dealt with this, and they're going to remember that they were honest with their feelings, and that they didn't put up with people, including their own kids, who were treating them wrong. So it's good for them to see a model of someone who will not accept cruel behavior anymore. And I know that's difficult because sometimes you don't, with kids, it's like this line of like, when do I let them be themselves and when do I say, no, that's not okay behavior? But that's something you will figure out and you'll sort through. And therapy and coaching is always helpful when you're going through this as well. As far as how long does it take, it's such a hard thing to answer because it really depends on you. I think also it depends on how long you were in the relationship, how extreme it was or how subtle it was. There's so many factors, but I would say a really big factor that will speed up your healing is your intention and your desire to heal. There are people that end up talking about this over and over and over and over for years and years and years and years and end up swimming in this pool of narcissism and hurt and pain and anger. And it's easy to do that. So you need to decide, who do you want to be when you get out of this, when you're free of this pain. And there is definitely a time. I did a video on the 3 stages of healing. If you haven't seen that, that'll help put things in perspective. But as you're healing, just know that it's going to be messy, and allow yourself to feel those feelings when they come up, for sure. And then there's a point where you will hit where you're like, I'm tired of being unhappy. I'm tired of being so angry, and I want to heal. So it's really helpful to really sit down with a pen and paper. Like, who do I want to be? Who do I know myself to be? Who do I want to be at the end of this? I want to be someone strong. I want to be someone who sees through manipulation and control. I want to be someone who can let go of this person. I want to be someone who gives myself permission to be happy myself, to feel joy and actually enjoy this life. I want to be someone who feels at peace within myself. I may not know how to get there. I'll still research and figure out how. And I'm all one for asking for divine help, which I do all the time. This is where I want to go. I don't know how to get there. Please show me the way. So I hope that helps. You will heal. It will take some time, but it's a gradual, it's, almost at the beginning, it feels like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, but eventually those steps will be a lot more and the steps back will be a lot less, and it'll just, build on itself, and you will heal, I promise. Just keep doing everything you can to access that joy inside, to access that peace that you do have inside you, to be loving to every emotion that comes up in you. So I hope that helps as far as dealing with older children, if you are, and then how long it takes to heal. So take really good care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon.